it's taste test time.
I know. This is the best. We're actually finished. We actually finished something.
Are these the first ones that we finished? No, we did a taste test before. I think we did another one.
No,
Seems like I have a memory. Since we started in November, I can't remember. But anyway, I'm excited about this. So it's time to taste test our orange cacao vanilla extract. And this orange cacao is a journey, right? From slicing the oranges, then zesting the oranges, the change outs that we do. This is an extract that required some work.
Yeah, this was a little bit more intense or had a lot more steps in it than like our chocolate vanilla that we just did. We were putting all that fresh oranges in, and then we had to take those out, and then we have to leave the zest and the cacao in, and now we'll take all that out and see, did it turn out?
Yeah,
I'm thinking it has.
We know it turned out.
We've done it before.
And so this is a real fun one. So again, the goal, if you'll recall, when we started way back, and I think we've got the date here when we started in February. So we started this in February. The goal is like those old, when we were kids, we had the orange creamsicles, right? But then it's also the little bit of chocolate that comes through. And I'm actually crossing my wires because this is the cacao one. I'm thinking of the orange cream one, which we're not doing yet. So this is orange cacao forward with a hint of vanilla behind it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just think of what you want to have, like that orange chocolate flavor. You've got some of those yummy candies that have a little chocolate in it.
It's the Christmas orange.
Well, and also this would be really good in just brownies because, you're tasting the brownies and you will taste just a titch of orange. Put it in the frosting on top and people are going to be like, what is that? I'm tasting orange?
Yes.
It makes it just that much better than just plain chocolate.
Yes.
And then again, it's wonderful in adding it to your teas and your coffees. Who drinks? I never drink coffee just the way it comes anymore. I have so many things to add to it.
Yep. So this is the one you brought in the other day and didn't tell me what it was. Which
I know. I do this.
This is what Jill does to me.
I bring it in to his office and I'm like, okay, tell me what you're smelling. And then sometimes I give him a taste test, and then I never tell him what it is because I want to know if he knows.
And it could be any, because she's making we have 50 behind the doors here. And so I never know what it is, but this is the one you brought in just the other day. It's lovely. Let's go. I don't want to. It's wonderful.
Okay, so I'm pouring it all into the strainer. And, if you use a mason jar, it comes out just like that.
Yeah, we love the mason jars for that reason. When you're making them. Not for gifting so much.
Can you rinse that off for me?
Yes.
I want to have that coffee and then maybe that.
Uh-huh.
And you can see you've got, all of the orange zest still in there mixed with the cacao. And then you've got the vanilla beans. I just push it down. I also sometimes use a potato masher. I just look in my cupboards and I think, what do I have that already works? So I don't have to spend any more money. Hobbies can be expensive, and I just try and figure it out how I can save money where I can save money.
There you go.
So I just push this down, and this again is one of those ones where I will leave it in here, and for the sake of time for the video, we'll be done here. But I'm going to leave this in here and let it continue to drip. And then when I'm done, again, I will put this out just on a cookie sheet and I'll let it dry. And you can add this to sugar. You can grind this up in a food processor and have an orange chocolate sugar. And there's so many applications for these leftover ingredients. We just don't throw anything out. It's wonderful.
And again, the smell of this one coming through is pretty remarkable. It's lovely.
I know. I'm craving brownies.
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm not going to worry that there are small pieces of zest on my beans. It's not going to make a difference. I just get the big pieces off because I'm going to strain it when it's finally finished. When I'm done here, I'll strain it out.
But the idea with this and with really all the extracts that we make is we put the extract or the vanilla back in, and we keep the vanilla in for as long as it's submerged, right? Because as we're using it, as soon as the vanilla gets below the water line, there's always the concern, people are like, well, will it mold? We've never seen a vanilla bean mold because it's sticking out. Again, the reason we want to keep them submerged is because if it's not submerged, it's not extracting and it's not really serving a purpose.
It's just sitting in there aging without any purpose.
Yeah, we'd rather put it in a mother jar where it could be fully submerged.
Yeah, there will be times where I've got just this much left and I keep cutting it and cutting it and cutting it. And especially in these recipes that don't have an entire ounce of beans, I want to keep, I want to keep it all in there. So all, just the little bit of vanilla that we've put in gets out all those other stronger ingredients.
And then some people will ask, can I take my fresh fruit or in this case, the orange vanilla bean, and can I toss it into my mother jar? Is the taste of the orange going to overpower everything in the mother jar? And the answer is no. But let me even say the answer is it depends on the size of your mother jar. So if you've got a 1 gallon jar that's already almost full and you're putting in a few vanilla beans that have been extracting in the orange, you're going to be just fine. If it's a small one that's brand new and you're just getting it started, then certainly you're going to pick up the orange. But even more so, it's not like picking up the orange is a bad thing. Picking up the orange is a good thing.
Well, you're going to create your own unique blend of a mother jar, and it's not going to be overwhelming. You're just going to have a hint of an orange.
But you may want to start another mother jar, like you need another one. But maybe you start another mother jar that is vanilla beans that come from fruit extracts, or another mother jar of vanilla beans that come from coffee or cacao extracts, or cinnamon or spice extracts. And so then you can have different sort of themes of mother jars going, where you're saying, okay, these are my fruit beans, these are my spice beans, these are my cacao and coffee beans, and then these are my regular extract beans. And so then you're adding all these flavors deliberately and creating all sorts of new tastes, which are really, really fun.
Well, I'm going to just set this on this so I don't lose any of it. Again, this is a beautiful color. And on the bottom, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a ton of caviar in the bottom of this.
Mm-hmm. See if you can. A whole bunch. And the orange, the smell.
Oh, my goodness. Should we try
the cacao?
This?
Please. I've been waiting.
Okay.
Por favor.
Here we go. Now, taste testing. This is important because we never taste vanilla by itself because that's disgusting. It's never going to taste good.
Well, it's not disgusting. It is. Here's the analogy. It's concentrated. So it's like, the old snow cone syrup. If you have grape snow cone syrup right out of the bottle, it doesn't taste great. You need to pour it over the ice of the snow cone, and then you can taste the grape. So the more concentrated something is, the more your mouth is going to say, what's going on here? So remember, the number one ingredient in all extracts is alcohol. So you're always going to smell that. The presence of alcohol is there. If you go to the store today, you buy pure vanilla extract, number one ingredient. Well, the number one ingredient is water, because it's 35% alcohol. The other 65% is water. Number two is alcohol. Then you have the beans. It's always going to be alcohol forward. So you got to expect that. And so you need a medium to be able to do the taste, because we get this all the time. People will dip their finger in and they'll taste it. And they'll be like, I don't like the taste of this extract.
It still tastes like alcohol.
We're like, exactly. If you go to the store and you buy it and you dip it, unless it has been fully inundated with corn syrup or sugars or artificial flavor, which, a lot of pure extracts, they'll still add sweeteners. They'll add sugar. They'll add corn syrup because they use the 35% and the 1 ounce of beans, but then they added, instead of 65% water, it's 60% water and 5% corn syrup. And
so
they
still using glycerin can add a sugary taste.
Can add sugary taste. So the difference between pure and sugar added. Certainly, if you add corn syrup to this, you could drink it right out and you'd be like, okay, that tastes great. But our intent is to give a pure extract, which means highly concentrated, nothing added, pure flavors, only from the fruit and from the spirit that you're tasting. So you need a medium like milk with the oils that are inside milk, the naturally occurring sugar, to spread it out so you get a good taste. This is such an important point for us, right?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Again, it's not very good by itself. You need to add a little bit of milk. And I'm just eyeballing it here. I'm doing about a tablespoon.
It's usually like a tablespoon of milk to 2 or 3 drops.
Yeah, I've got
stir it around.
2 tiny little drops here. Somebody also gifted us these cute little shot glasses, and we use them every time we have a taste test, because you know what? This is a lot of work here. We should be able to celebrate.
This is celebrated. So
cheers.
Cheers. But now, before, we've watched a lot of videos on taste testing, spirits and other things, but there's tricks to taste testing. thing. You want to nose it, and you want to breathe it. You want to breathe in with your mouth open when you're breathing it in. I'm serious. Breathe in through your nose, but your mouth open, and then you let. It's just such a lot of work. But before, I'm smelling the chocolate, I'm smelling the oranges, I smell the vanilla, right? And then you taste it.
Okay, you guys, if you have this, please make brownies.
Oh my!
I'm going to. This. Oh my goodness!
My gosh! I really this is one of the very greatest extracts.
Wow.
I mean, we it's like our extracts are like our children. We love them all equally. But this one got into Harvard. No, this is a great extract, right? Like, yes, this is wonderful.
Wow. So if any of you have made this before, can you tell me what you used it for? Because, maybe there's some other ideas that we haven't mentioned that you love it in, because I will be making brownies.
Yes.
Wow.
Leave it in the comments and let us know. Those of you that have made this, you already know this is a delicious, wonderful extract that we're going to have a lot of fun with, right?
Yes.
So 1 for 1, we got 1 taste testing done.
So I'm going to get a smaller jar because,
Oh, this is an important point. We need to talk about this.
This is 8 ounces. So I didn't lose maybe a tiny smidge under the line of 8 ounces. So I really, with all of those ingredients that we started with, I didn't lose any. Adding all that water, it was great. We got, we've got 8 ounces out. And so I'm going to put it in a smaller jar, and then I can use this mason jar for a new extract, and it will take less space in my cupboard. That's important when you have a lot of extract, you need more space. And smaller jars fit better in places where I can easily use them.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to put the vanilla beans back in. Since they do have the some of the zest on them, I will make sure that we get all that off before I put them in the final extract.
And then there's 2 things that we'll do here. We'll put it in a very functional jar that we use in our kitchen all the time. Usually it's like those 250 milliliter jars that we love, these here. And we'll get like a spout. If we know it's an extract that we're going to be using in our kitchen a lot, we can get one of these jars, and we put the metal spout right here on top, we have on our website. We can just put that right in there for easy pour. But if we're gifting it,
I also use just this Boston round. It's an 8 ounce, or we also have it in a 2 ounce, and it's cute. I like to gift it in this, and it also just fits right next to my stove nicely, so I can use it like I do olive oil and salt and pepper.
But you'll know, those of you that have made a lot, some jars pour really clean, some jars don't pour as clean. When you have the little pouring spout, it makes for a clean pour every time. So it's just whether we're going to be using it a lot or whether it's going to be gifted, we'll go into jar selection mode. And that maybe is a show that we even put together.
That would be fun. We could go into like gifting ideas, and you can share with us.
The pros and cons of all the different jars. We could do things on like how well they pour, pourability ranking, things like that we're getting feedback on, and what makes a good jar, what makes a bad jar. There's lots out there. That's a good idea. Coming soon to a kitchen near you. A live on jar selection. That's kind of fun. I'm excited.
Well, in part, the jar selection is you go searching for them. That could be a fun little activity with you and your friends or your family, that you go find cute jars that are unique to your own unique extract.
And for those of you that love the little Avera jar with the mountains on the bottom, we have new jars that are coming. So it's a little leak, but they're coming soon. So we have some fun new jars that we're really excited about that we hope to have available in the next few months. Yeah. A little leak there. She always looks at me like, why did you say that? Because I'm excited. They're beautiful jars, and we're so excited about them. So coming soon.
I don't know when, but soon. That's why I never say anything, because I don't know when.
Coming soon.
Help himself.
I get excited. They're beautiful. They're so pretty. I can't wait.